Hi, welcome to Places and Spaces, depicting nature through fiber. This show is at the Springville Art Center in Springville, New York, and it will hang from today on through till December 11th. So if you're interested in coming and seeing this show, they are open. Let me check, hold on. They're opening, or their hours are Thursday and Friday, noon to 5, and then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you're interested in coming and seeing the show live, those are going to be the times. But I'm going to do a quick walkthrough for all of you who are out of state and to ask to see this show. So let's take a walk through. This is the main gallery, I believe. And the first piece we have on this wall here, this is where we want to start, is where the river and reservoir meet. This one's $169. Somebody asked me to mention prices as we were going. This one is actually within Cattaraugus County. It's where the river and reservoir meet, the Seneca River and the reservoir. James, what's the name of that?
Kinzu.
Oh, Kinzu, yeah. So we went paddling there earlier on, and I wanted to depict it in the fall. So that's that piece. Along the edge, I love, this one's 100. This one just shows twigs and branches along the edge of a forest. I like to see that transition. That one's kind of a wintry piece before the leaves come out. This one's Forgotten Trees. This one's 196. It's on silk and incorporates a little bit more silk in this one than most of my pieces. This one just has some trees in the fog. That one was during kind of the heart of COVID, and so it kind of has a more somber feel to it. A Steep Descent, this is an older one. This one has is on pink silk as well, 196, and incorporates a lot of hand-dyed wool fibers as well as some silk fibers. This is Aspens. It's been around for a while. Well, not for a while, but for a couple years. It is $3,500. I decided to take it out of its frame and hang it as a tapestry. My bigger pieces, I feel like they ship better this way, and I've done a lot more freeform with my larger pieces, and so I wanted to have them out in the open. So that's this piece here. Some people love to look, if you look close at this bark, you can see a herringbone in the background. I love to incorporate some of those woven textiles in that. And this has a lot of hand-dyed locks as well. Hung on a mahogany strip. So there's that piece. All right, let's make our way around. Okay, here we have Winter Blues. This one just plays with the blue and golds as some of the leaves hold on. This one's 196 and on a wool background. This one's Summer Storm. This one has a little bit of bamboo in it along with your hand-dyed wools. It's on a woven textile. It's 144. This one, Out in the Evening Air, is 182. It has a lot of hand-dyed locks to make up the trees and is a very bright and vivid blue. A Place of Reflection, 132. This one was done during COVID as well. This kind of juxtaposes the one tree to the hillside, kind of solitude. Here is the large serge piece. 10,000 is the price on that. And it includes a ton of different fibers. Hand-dyed wool, bamboo, yak, alpaca, llama. I think that's most of them that are in this piece. Lots of locks that I incorporated. I like to play with the locks as much as I can and keep them in that integrity there. But this piece was the one that was shown in the New York City show and is by far the largest piece that I've done. So there is that one. Now we're going to shift onto a featuring of the Grant project. And this whole wall if you can see it, is all the pieces that I have so far for the grant project. This display incorporates just a small tray of some of the naturally dyed wools and incorporates a list of what those colors are. So if you were to come to see this, you can kind of get a better idea of what each one is, and you can kind of engage as you want, as you go. But I just added a few of them. This is the winter scene. It's taken on mistletoe. This is the first piece I did. It's the first winter scene I did. It was very popular. It has already sold. And I believe it incorporates 12 or 13 different dye variations of the natural dyes. And you can watch the video on that if you want to. Next we have our summer landscape. This is Red House Lake, which is in the Allegheny State Park. Again, I did a video on this one. It tells you all the different natural fibers that were used in it. This one is 1332, so 1,332. This is the spring landscape, the daffodils in our yard, signs of hope. This was the first picture I did, and I did a little video on that one. And also, if you are looking to kind of follow the progress of each one of my steps, if you go to my website, carrieroslin.com, or check out the grant project, you can follow the story and process of how each one of these pieces came together. So this one's 1,296. Here's my second winter scene. It kind of fits with the sizing of these 3 other pieces, 4th including the Cattaraugus County map. This one's crystal run at the top, just as you're getting off the chairlift. I really love doing the trees. I like doing the black and white with just subtle shades, and so I decided to do another landscape of that area, the Tannenbaum area at Holiday Valley. This one's 1,368. Some of you may be asking, these are such odd numbers, how do you get them? I really go by the square inch, so each one of these is a touch different in its square inch size of the actual piece, so that's how I get my pricing. Next, we have our fall landscape. This one's behind the Allenberg Bog on a dirt road James and I found while we were driving around trying to kind of see better into the bog. The bog was actually very inspiring for me. I ended up doing a lot of my Birds and Branches series based on the bog. So it was actually just a beautiful place locally that we really enjoyed. This one incorporates all 60 of the natural dye variations that I came up with this year. And yeah, I really like it. This one's $1,440. Next we have our Cattaraugus County map. I just wrote the blog about this one a few days ago. It is a map of the county. You can go through and look on my site to see a little bit more about it, but it incorporates, again, all 60 of the dye variations, natural dye variations that I was able to accomplish this year through the grant project. And our last one to go with this series is a summer scene, and it's called Lupin. This one is also over our yard, and since it's much larger, this one's 2,200. And so this group of 7 thus far make up the Community Garden Discovering the Roots and Resources of Cattaraugus County series. I'd love to do more. I do have enough wool to do several others. I'm not sure how many I'll do, but I do plan on at least doing 7 in 2021. So we'll see how that goes. I'll wait while Jane says something. All right, next we have a Fine Day's End. This one's 430. This one's done on silk in a beautiful, I forgot to mention, those are in butternut frames. All of the grant projects are in butternut. This one is an oak frame. This frame maker does a beautiful job. Here is the Great Basin 680. This one is again in a custom oak frame. And then the last one in this room is here. So tapestry. This one is the three-dimensional about. It incorporates a lot of different techniques and different fiber to create the illusion of three-dimension. Well, it's not illusion, it's actually a relief. But it has quite a bit in it. So this one's 6,232. So we'll go upstairs quick, and then we'll go into the right room. Oh, wait, here's two. So we have Almost Home. This one actually was inspired by a place in Cattaraugus County. I called it Almost Home because I saw it every day I was driving almost home. So that one's 100. And then, sometimes I call it the Red Barn. And then Among the Farm Fields is the second one over there. It's 144. And yeah, I just get inspired by the evening skies and the farm fields. Here we have the Iowa landscape. At this time I was playing around with hand dye yarn and seeing how the rows played out. I really like how they worked on this one. This is 256. That's the last I have for that. This one's called Sun's Thin Breath 280. It's a long skinny piece. Incorporates silk, again hand-dyed wool on a wool textile. In the upstairs gallery, we have a lot of small pieces. These are pieces I would typically display and show at one of the festivals. All festivals are canceled, so I have quite a few of this size. So they kind of worked well up here in this space. This is Upwind 225 on hand-woven textile and then hand-dyed wools. Various wools. I had some really vivid greens that I got this year. If you look back through some of my videos on my Facebook page or my Instagram, you can see when I came up with those. It was sometime around Easter. So I wanted to just show a really green, lush hillside, just because it was right when spring was coming in and we missed those colors, those bright green colors. It has a very delicate and soft skin, and then a couple of hand-dyed BFL, Blue Celeste locks, and then several other types of wool. Science Center, done in a wool textile, various hand-dyed wools, 196. This one's Fallen, and it's done on a woven textile, and it incorporates hand-dyed wools. This one's Hazy Meadow, 144, done on a silk textile, and incorporates hand-dyed wools and some hand-spun yarn. Close to home, this one is done on a wool textile, 196, incorporates hand-dyed wools and some hand-dyed yarn. This one was a technique I played with early on. It's evening 156. I took and wove the background, and then I held it on the background. I don't have very many of these, maybe 5. I think all the other ones have sold. Some people really love the chunky look of this, and the fact that when you look really close, you can see that woven pattern in them. I do like this technique. In fact, my favorite piece, which I didn't bring and is at home, has this kind of woven pattern to it. I call it Day of Day. And I wove it with my sister, and then from various textiles that were used for different things, and then I felted over top of it, and I just felt it was the process of processing day by day. But that's not part of this show, but it does incorporate a steep technique, and there's only 5. Oh, this is Hawaiian hospitality. This is one of my earlier pieces. It's 352. Lots of hand-dyed wool in this one, hand-dyed BFL locks and yarn. This was inspired by a woman I met from Hawaii who was extremely hospitable and made an impression on me. So I did a piece about that. This is Fall Grow, done on a silk textile. Incorporates the bamboo, again, hand-dyed locks. This one has a lot of BFL, blue face Leicester, hand-dyed wool in the bottom. This one's called Lake Erie in winter. We're right near Lake Erie, and I'm shocked actually at how flat it is right by the lakes. I'm from the mountains, so I'm not used to seeing the wide expanses of the Great Lakes. They're really just vast, and so this piece kind of shows that. 121 is that piece. Let's see. This one's called Hawaiian Sunset. This year my brother and parents visited Hawaii, and yeah, I just love, when I saw their photos, I just was inspired by the sunsets and also the green, kind of that thick, rich green of the mountains. This one's called In, Out, and All Around. It's super chunky, and sometimes I like to have that, just that really rich depth. Can you see it? Yeah. So that one has darker colors, just a lot more depth to it. So that one's 256. The evenings aerial appeal. So we lived twice. We lived in places where above our home was the main line, the main airline for different major airlines. So we're constantly seeing the stripes in the sky from the jets going back and forth. And so sometimes in those sunsets, when you see the stripes of all the different jets, I just felt like that's to be a sunset for me. So the universal clouds. And this one is Gathering Rocks by the Lake. So in Target County, there are a ton of lakes, more lakes than we've ever lived near. And so I just wanted to do some small pieces that kind of incorporated different lakes. And so this one's 225. All right, now we're ready to head downstairs, the last room, the red room, and that'll be a solo show. I hope you're enjoying it. And we're getting everything. Have there been any questions, James Charles? Okay, so here's the red room. This is an historic building, so this one has a little bit of a different hanging system in it, so it may be a little tricky to see, but I think we'll be okay. There are a couple small ones in. This is an evening in Maine, and actually this is done on one of the Woolrich textiles. I got a series of Woolrich textiles from the mill when they were still functioning in Woolrich, Pennsylvania, and they were samples, and I thought, how cool is it to get samples from where you grew up and do some of your fiber art incorporating that textile. So I have just a few of them right now. I do have a set of pieces that I plan to run from that, but right now I just have a few. This is one of them, and this one's 22. This is another Woolrich textile one. It's called Sewn in Winter, 256. And since this is a big agricultural area, you see sowing, planting going on all year round. So I love that concept of being sown in winter. Another agricultural focused piece. This one is on a silk textile, and this one's 196. Here's one of my earlier pieces. It's 500 because it's one I do like slow stitch, but I think I would have to put it on much larger pieces, and I don't know. We'll see how much I add slow stitch to my pieces in the future. Right now, I just kind of decide for the detail I was doing. 121 sewed hollow. I love that spot. Here's the cardinal female. 182, again, hand dyed, hand spun locks, and wool pattern. All right, winter song just shows trees in winter and the shadows that come off of them. This incorporates a lot of bamboo as well as hand dyed, hand spun wool. And then we have blooming meadows. This is one of my large pieces. Some of you may have seen it for the but it incorporates wool, silk, when the ice and the snow builds up on there and blows across, so this one kind of has a tricky pattern across there. And then the tree background done on the wool textile. There's a little bit of interest in the background. 144. Mountain Meadow. This is an older one. Maybe 3 years. Textile. And then these tiny lots here are for the base listed. This one's